So, well, you pull this little green form out of your bulletin, this little flyer, and it has a little bit of information about Church Community Builder, if everyone has one. Church Community Builder has a few things in it, and on the front page of this, it has a little summary, and then it also references John's article, and John in the Calvary Connection did the lead article, and it talks about the Church Community Builder. And we've incorporated it into our website to try and make it really easy. And what it has is this. It's an online directory. It has a personal homepage, so everyone has their own page on it. And on that page, the reason that it's there is it has the information regarding the different groups that you're involved in. And it allows you to communicate more effectively and quickly with your groups. And then it also has a calendar that includes your group's information. So for instance, I'm in the Dunning Life Group, and I'm also on staff, and I'm part of some different ministries. And so the groups that I'm part of, all of the information regarding events and activities for those groups automatically just shows up on my calendar because I've joined those groups. And so my calendar, my personal calendar, has all that information that just populates automatically. So in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little login button right here, if you can see that. And if you click on that, it'll take you to the login page for Church Community Builder. Now, everybody has an account set up, just like it's just based on the hard copy directory that we have. And so all of that information is already in here. And with that information, I just want you to know that it's secure. Everything, for anyone to see anything, it's password protected. It's just limited to our church. And it requires a username and password. And it uses the same security that banks use for all the information. We don't have banking information for people here, right? But we do have your contact information, and that's important to us to keep that secure. And then you're also able to go on, and there's privacy settings, so if you don't want to have your phone number listed or your address, you can just opt to have that not listed. So you have control of that. You can access the login page by this little ribbon up here. This is our new website. This is the login page that's on our new website. And then also on the home page, this is the front page of our new website. And down here, you'll see it says Church Community Builder. You can just click on that and it takes you to that same login page. You'll notice the sign is already populated with my son's name because I'm going to use his account as the example for us. And so you just put in your username and password, which you will obtain by following a link. Everyone's going to get an email. If your email is already in the directory, you'll get that today, and you just follow that and it'll take you to this page. Well, the reason that we're doing it is not because we want to have a church version of Facebook. The reason that we're doing it is because it allows some deeper ministry activities to take place and communication within the body, and I'm going to sort of walk you through that, but I just want you to know that's where I'm headed. At the top of this page, which is the home page that you'll go to when you log in, it has some tabs. It says Home, which is this page, Groups, Calendar, Messages, People, Give, and then More, and we'll talk about that. And then on the right side, it has a little picture, which you can't really see because of the size of it right there, and it says, James, go to my profile. So this is my son James's page. And then it has the groups that he's part of. He's part of the entire church group. He's part of the middle school ministry. And then he's also part of a test group that I set up to try and figure out how this thing all works. And then right here in the middle of the page, there's a welcome video that you can watch. And that welcome video will just sort of take you through what's in CCB, because you probably won't remember everything that I've said. I'm putting additional information and helps on the website, so when you log in, you'll be able to just watch videos and you can look up things. There's also here, it says Step 2, the Basic User Walkthrough Guide, and that will, by clicking on that, it'll take you to a little file, and it just explains things and tells you, like, if you're trying to figure out how to change your privacy settings, you can find out information like that. And so this is just general information that we can put on there. And also, if we anticipate bad weather, we could put in here a little note that says, hey, we're expecting snow on Sunday, so watch for an alert. And it gives me the amazing ability to be able to send out an email or a text, depending on how you set up your preferences, just saying, church is closed, we have 4 inches of snow in the parking lot, we don't want people traveling, or whatever it might be. And so it allows us to communicate really effectively. And then down here at the bottom, you'll see that right here there's a calendar. This is James's personal calendar. And right now it's set to church-wide calendar. So that's all the basic events that are open to everybody in the church. So it would have men's and women's Bible studies. It has the barbecue right here. You can see like Sundays, that's last week. So here's today. Sunday barbecue, military potluck. It just tells you what's happening in the church. If you go up to the top, you also have the option of choosing My Calendar. And that one is just populated with the things that are pertinent to James on this calendar. And so the groups that he's part of, for instance, if you go to Wednesday, it says Junior High Small Group Meeting. So James didn't put that on there. Just because he's joined that group, he's part of the middle school, it automatically puts the information in there for him. So he doesn't have to manage his calendar. It just provides the things that are pertinent. So it's like a little tailored calendar. And then messages, right here, this next button, the fourth button, that takes you to a group of messages. And these are just put on by ministry leaders. And so, for example, right here, Adventure Day meeting on August 4th, that was put in there by the Ledesmas, just so that people would be able to know, hey, we're going to have an informational meeting about what's happening with Adventure Day. And then there also is a place, this is a place where, like for Pat Sumner, she can put in needs information. So she needs help with the senior luncheon. If someone wants to check that out, they'll find out. We have an urgent need regarding someone who needs a ride to the doctor's office. So she just puts it there. So if you know that you have tomorrow afternoon free, you could always just go check the message board and say, does somebody need help? Maybe I could do something. And then right here is the people section, and this is sort of like the online directory. So if James is on here and he can't remember what my last name is, but he knows it's Bill is my first name, he could go in here, oh, yeah, my dad's Bill Dunning, that's right. And then he can go and he can check out and see my profile. Whatever I'm willing to share, I've set up to share, it's right there. So it shows a picture of me, it shows my family, and there's some information regarding the members of my family. So, and then lastly, if he wants to be able to give, he can give online. My son does not have a credit card, but he could go in here, he could type in the amount. He could select what he wants to give to, tithes and offerings, undesignated benevolence, within reach, Calvary Hawks Prairie, the transitional house, et cetera, et cetera. So there's all these things he can choose to give to. And then if he wants to get a record of what he's given in the past, there's my giving statement. And it just generates that. And the only person that can see that is the person who's the giver for on that account page. Okay, and then for groups, here's the groups that he's part of. It says Dunning Life Group, membership requested. He's asked to join. I haven't responded to him yet. And so he could click on that and it would take him and it would list, right here it says 14 participants. And so it'll list who's in there. So if he wants to know, who's in the life group, or if you want to know, okay, there's this woman in the women's Bible study who returned my Bible to me when I left it, but I don't know her name. But if you want to find out, you could go to the participants and then you'll get a list of it and then you'll see the directory photos. And you'll be able to say, oh, that's who that is, so that you can say, hi, Louise, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for giving me my Bible back. And if you know that you want to join a group, be involved in a certain ministry, you can say request to join. You just click on that and it sends an email to the ministry group leader and says, include me. As far as groups, it really frees up people's availability for doing ministry instead of managing details. For example, Pat Sumner spends so much time, or has in past years, my office is right next to hers, I hear her playing phone tag with everybody, trying to meet one need. And she'll be calling, oh, can you do this? And she's using the phone constantly and getting messages back when she's out. And it takes her sometimes days and dozens of phone calls to meet one need. Well, this is really cool because if somebody wants to be involved in some sort of ministry, you can type in way to serve, just type in help, and it brings up all the groups that she's set up, so that you can be involved in those things. And when you request to join those groups, when she gets a need, she can just post it on here. It automatically will send an email or a text, depending on your preferences you've set up, and it'll say, hey, this person has this need. And then that way you can just respond to it. And then she has that time free instead for discipling women, which is where her passion is, as opposed to making phone calls. So here you can see there's helps, assistance, automotive repair, caregivers, bus driving, cleaning, decorating, electrical, events, and it just goes on and on. And so she set up these groups, so you could just search and say, how can I serve? There's another really neat way to be able to tie into serving, and it's by setting up your fit preferences. And so up in the right-hand corner of your home page, it says, go to my profile. If you click on that, it brings up what information is there. I can't tell my twins apart, so I just put both of them under James's picture. I'm kidding. And then you just go to edit profile. And under this, it has the basic information, it has address, and then right here, this third little spot, if you can see that, it says my fit. And if you go in here and you choose select the areas. Like for James, I put down encouragement for his spiritual gift. For passions, I put hunger, but it doesn't actually mean serving the hungry for James. And then any boy, right? Any growing boy. And then abilities, I put in guitar. He loves to play guitar and some other different things. And so I've done that, and I saved his preferences. And then what he can do now is go to this More tab, and then for every need that's in the church, so we need someone to serve, 4th and 5th graders, is that where the children's ministry needs help? You can put in 4th and 5th grade ministry helpers or leader or teacher. And if in his fit he said he likes to help with teaching or whatever it might be, then the positions that are regarding or relevant to his fit will pop up. So for him, if I search positions and then say my best matches, he's got 100% match for greeters based on what I put in because they need a greeter. And then help change oil for mother's luncheon, 50% because he can't actually go and buy the oil. He's 13, no credit card. Roof repair for a widow. This is a real need. We need to do roof repair. He said, I put in there that he's willing to help with construction. So it shows up that there's a way that he could serve right here. Senior high brunch, they need a taste tester. I put down passion of hunger. And so this pops up, right? And so what it does, it allows people to really connect with what the needs are in the body in a very real way, where you have control of it, and where Pat and others can just help make things known to you where the needs are. And that's the ultimate goal, right? For us to love one another, to serve one another. This is a great way to do it. It might seem a little bit scary, but I'll walk through it with you. You can call the church office and talk to Tanya or myself. I've got some computers in the lobby. You'll get that email that'll help you to log in. If you have any questions, send me an email or give me a call, okay? Thanks, everybody.